When I think of JuJu, I think of the gun Bad JuJu from Destiny. It was a really, really good gun. But can JuJu's professional grade gaming formula make me change my mind about that? Let's find out. What's going on, everyone? Derek here, and today we are talking about JuJu's professional grade gaming formula. There are starting to be a lot of different companies in the gaming drink industry, some good, some bad, and today we're going to determine whether or not we get that good or bad JuJu from their product. To be clear, I ordered the Bomber Pop Shake and Go pack, which normally runs you $15.99 plus shipping if you don't have a promo code. The Shake and Go pack comes with a 12-ounce blender bottle, right here, and 6 individual serving packets of their gaming formula. The logo on the shaker cup looks pretty legit, by the way, and you can really only use it with products that require less than 12 ounces of liquid to mix, which obviously JuJu works with, but some others don't. Now, when I look at rating or reviewing a product like this, I look at 3 things. 1, flavor and price, because I'm not going to drink something that tastes like crap. Number 2, formulation, because I want to know what the supplement is actually doing. And number 3, the actual effectiveness of the product for me, because it needs to actually work. All 3 of those things are going to come together at the end and form a final score. And now that we have the rubric ready to go, let's jump right in. First of all, one 30-serving tub of JuJu's mix runs for $35.99, with 7 different options to choose from. That breaks down to just under $1.20 per serving, which is honestly pretty good for what you're getting, and considering that most generic energy drinks you can get at the gas station run for at least over $2 a can. Some go all the way up to $4. Unfortunately, they don't have a variety pack as a sampler, so this video is specifically based off of their Bomber Pop flavor, but there's that. I had 6 servings to work with, so I varied my testing as much as possible. The packet recommends mixing with 8 to 10 ounces of water, so I did test with 8 ounces and with 10 ounces of water, and I did each of those with both room temperature and cold water for the most variety. Personally, I found the best combination was to mix with 10 ounces of cold water. It just tasted the best. It's just how it was. It was still good either way with the 8 ounces of warm water and all that stuff. It was still good no matter what. I just found it was best with the 10 ounces of cold water. As for the flavor itself, their Bomber Pop flavor smells really good even in powder form, which is honestly really rare. And trust me, I've tried a lot of different powdered supplements over the years, coming from the fitness and pre-workout space. Upon mixing, the smell is just as pleasant, and the flavor brought me right back to my childhood when I would smash Bomb Pops all the time. Plus, it mixed really easily. I barely had to shake it, and it was already fully dissolved, which is really cool. The flavor was a great mix of sweet with just a little bit of tart, enough so that it leaves a small aftertaste on the tip of your tongue after you drink it, and it kind of makes you want to drink more, which is good while you're drinking it, but when you're done with it, I'm not really sure how I feel about it still after 6 servings of it. There are a couple times I wanted to go into another packet, but I needed to make them last for all the testing I wanted to do, so I had to restrict myself. The afterbite kind of come back to, well, bite you in the end, and I couldn't really decide if I liked the aftertaste or not. So because of that, for the flavor and price, I'm giving JuJu's professional grade gaming formula 4 out of 5. Let's move on to the formulation, my personal favorite part, and find out how it actually stood out. JuJu prides itself on being professional grade, so we have to see if they actually fall under that category. And real quick, just to get this part out of the way, because basically every product that I'm going to review has caffeine in it, 1 serving of this formula provides 180 milligrams of caffeine, which is about 20 milligrams more than your typical energy drink like a Monster, or right around 2 cups of coffee, which really isn't bad. It's pretty good. The blend of ingredients they have promotes a solid spike in mental awareness and clarity, while also providing a nice boost to energy without jitters, which is really nice. There are a couple ingredients that don't have many studies to back them up yet, but research on nootropics, those brain supplements, is relatively new, so I can't fault them for that. Either way, no harm is going to come from including the ones that they do have. If anything, when there are studies done down the line, it will probably just stand to make this product even more attractive, which is really something that they have going for them. One of the ingredients that they have that I specifically liked is the Bacopa monnieri, which is a proven nootropic via studies that helps improve memory while reducing anxiety and forgetfulness. But in order for it to become effective, you need to take it over an extended time period, like a month or two. 30 to 45 days is what I read in the study, which honestly kind of works really well for them because that requires you to buy a second tub in order to see the full effects of that come into fruition. One of the other things they promote about their product is their inclusion of Lutamax 2020, which I believe is a formulation of the compound lutein, which may promote an increase in eye health and protect against blue light damage to your eyes, even though I wasn't really able to find any studies that back that claim up. Again, it's not a bad thing if there aren't studies done, it just means that the research hasn't been done yet, which is fine. Something I would like to actually see them do is increase the theanine in their product just a little bit. Their dosage is a little bit low, especially compared to their caffeine content. And theanine basically moderates all of the negative symptoms of caffeine, like getting jitters and your increase in heart rate by promoting relaxation without drowsiness. And the typical recommended dosage of theanine when you have caffeine involved is 100 to 200 milligrams, and this one was falling a little bit short of that. Overall, though, in terms of the formulation, I give the professional grade gaming formula a 4 out of 5 again. Now let's move on to the effectiveness. Now, when I'm talking about effectiveness, you have to keep in mind that this is going to vary from person to person. My experience isn't necessarily going to be your experience and vice versa, but I still felt that this needed to be given a score because if it's not effective for me at all, why would I give it a good score, right? So when testing, I varied the times of days that I took it, and even replaced my morning coffee with it to see if I could see a difference. So I used that instead of coffee one day, and when taken in the morning, I honestly didn't really feel any different than drinking a cup of coffee in terms of energy. Where I did see a difference, however, was with my work afterwards. I did feel a little bit more focused, and it seemed to help me gain a little bit more semblance of control over my shiny object syndrome, which I am really bad at, by the way. And when I tested it at night, I was playing Apex Legends, which I play a lot of, and I did notice that I was able to kind of figure out what situations I was in just a little bit more effectively and more quickly, and that led to slightly better gameplay based more around decisions than any actual input time or anything like that in my head, reaction time. Granted, I'm also not a great Apex player, so I might have also just had a few good games, but it was just something that I noticed, so I felt like I would include it here. The last way that I tested the formula was by taking it at around 9 p.m. to see if it would keep me awake during the night. I'm one of those people who can smash a triple shot of espresso and an hour later be absolutely passed out. So I wanted to see what would happen if I actually took this at night as compared to just drinking something like coffee. Needless to say, I didn't even really start to feel tired until 3, and normally, as I'm getting up there in years, I'm starting to feel a little bit tired around like midnight or 12:30, and I wasn't even able to fall asleep until about 4 in the morning. So yeah, definitely kept me awake, and I did see some things. So in terms of effectiveness, almost to its detriment if I had it at night, I rate JuJu's professional grade gaming formula a 4 out of 5 again. So overall, when all is said and done, that gives JuJu's professional grade gaming formula an even 4 out of 5. I was pleasantly surprised at the flavor, formulation, and effectiveness of the product, especially coming over from the pre-workout market. And I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for a really good tasting alternative that'll end up saving you a bunch of money in the long run, especially if you are buying just energy drinks at the store. $1.20 per serving is definitely going to save you some cash in the long run. I would definitely at least pick up one of their Shake and Go packs to give it a try, and remember there are always promo codes. And I would like to have a little bit of variety so I could try different flavors, but I'm definitely not disappointed by what I got by any means. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to give this video a like, and I don't know, maybe give it a little subscribe. Click that subscribe button if you may. And I will be next week with another supplement review, and let me tell you, this one's going to be a king-sized one. By the way, you can find me at my socials down here, and as always, if you have something you'd like to review or you have a comment about something that I said in the video, drop it in the comments. I would love to be able to hear about it. Peace out.